touchdowns today. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Just staying on the field, just thinking we're the underdogs in this battle. Everyone thought Cardinals were gonna come out on top, but we played our game. We played hard. I played hard. My line played hard. I ended up with 4. We ended up with a dub. My kicker was also there.
This was the last non-district game for you guys. How are you seeing the team so far? Are you guys ready for those district games next week?
Of course we're ready. We've been ready since the summer. This was a big test for us, and we came out on the good side. And, it wasn't pretty. We left a lot of points on the scoreboard, but that's what we got on film. We're gonna get it right.
Well, there you have it. Edinburg Vela won this one 34-16. Now they prepare to go to their first district game where they will face off Mission. In Harlingen, Gloria Morelia, Channel 5 Sports.
Much was made of that Edinburg Vela passing attack, but the running game with Flores tremendous tonight in the game of the week. A couple other Edinburg squads were in action on Thursday. The Pioneer Diamondbacks heading to Richard Flores Stadium looking for a second consecutive win. We picked this one up with the Cougars down 7-0. Adrian Marroquin gets the handoff and gets around the entire defense, turns on the Jets, just one man to beat, and he is gone. A 70-yard touchdown to tie things up at 7. Diamondbacks with the ball and showing that they can make big plays as well as quarterback William Goodlow airs it out, looking deep for Matthew Maldonado with the one-on-one coverage, and he makes a move and he is gone. A touchdown to put Pioneer up 14-7. The explosive plays coming fast and often. This one, Goodlow looking deep once more, and he finds Luis Orozco all by himself for another touchdown. Pioneer takes this one big over Edinburg, 31-14, the final. The Edinburg Bobcats going up against Brownsville Hanna last night. Check this out. Ahead of the game, the field being dedicated to Joe Rodriguez, the legendary Brownsville coach, spent 50 years of his life coaching, ultimately passing away in 2021. A good moment before kickoff. Now to the action, the tush push from the team to get into the end zone. Ramiro Ruiz gets in for the score, and then coming back the other way, here comes Edinburg. The little screen pass works to perfection as they answer, getting it all the way into the end zone. Oscar Hasso scores that one for Edinburg, and then more from the Bobcats. Hasso takes the handoff up the middle and into the end zone for another score. Edinburg doing damage in this one. Ultimately, this one goes the way of the Bobcats. This pick 6, a big difference in the game for them. Edinburg wins it 28-20. Meanwhile, tonight at Richard Flores Stadium, Economides going up against Juarez Lincoln. The Huskies with their first win in about 5 years, while the Jaguars look to stay undefeated. They started 2-0 the last 2 years. They've combined for just 2 wins, so already 2-0, looking to make it 3-0, and the run game would be the key for Edinburg Economides tonight as this one goes all the way to the house. Johan Nunez gets the rushing score, and then more of the same from Economides, another rushing score. The Jaguars keep running the ball as Max Reyna got in there, and then more from the Jaguars running game. Look at the moves around the edge, all the way pushed out of bounds finally here. But the Edinburg Economides just came to play the ground game. Another touchdown for them. The ground game results in a big victory for Economides in this one, 42-0. Defense stellar as well. Our Daniela Hernandez was down on the field with postgame.
Hey KJ, we're here at Richard R. Flores Stadium in Edinburg, where Economides took on Juarez Lincoln, and the Jaguars just took on running, winning this game 42-0. Now I'm here with Jaguars head coach Raul Salas. Now, coach, congratulations on the win. What do you have to say about your team's performance tonight?
I think we're starting to play better football now. I mean, a lot of them played football for the past 2 years, but they were young. Now we're starting to see the development in them on a weekly basis.
Now I know we said this earlier in our pregame interview, but running the ball was definitely the key tonight. What do you have to say about Max Reyna and Johan Nunez and the part that they played tonight?
I mean, we have several guys that contribute. Of course, Max is one of them, and so is Johan and Carlos. But that's our identity, that's what we're going to do, and the kids did real well tonight.
Starting the season 3-0, how do you feel hearing that, knowing about previous last seasons?
We're just looking at 1 week at a time. I mean, we're not really looking at the records. We're just trying to win every game that we're faced in that week.
Thank you so much, Coach. Now I'm here with starting quarterback. Tell me, what did you think about your team's performance tonight and what they did?
I think we all played a great team game, great team win. We couldn't have done it without our linemen, of course. It goes back, honestly, to our offseason, and those guys put it the hardest. And, I mean, just laser focus all week. A little rough patches on the field, but at the end we come over, and our big defensive stops helped us win the game in the end.
Now, like I asked Coach, starting the season 3-0, knowing from what y'all have been through in previous seasons, how does that feel hearing that?
It feels great. I mean, we all expected this to happen, though, because of the amount of work we put in. We weren't just going to let these seasons keep tumbling like that because we know we're all better than that. Yeah.
And, y'all are facing Brownsville Pace next week. What do you think it's going to take out to come out with that win for that game?
I think it's going to be laser focused this week. Every team is a great team. We got to see it like that and just play our hardest the whole time. That's it. That's the way I see it. Just keep playing great.
Perfect. Great job tonight. Thank you so much. All right, KJ, that'll do it for us here at Richard R. Flores Stadium. The mighty Jaguars taking on the win 42-0. Daniela Hernandez, Channel 5 Sports.
Thanks so much, Daniela. 3-0 start for the Jaguars. Special stuff. Heading over now to Mission. The PSJA Bears going into Tom Landry Stadium to take on Mission Veterans. The Patriots looking for their first win of the season, while the Bears are looking to bounce back after a tough loss against PSJA North last week. Mission Veterans looking to get a big play early. They throw into double coverage, and it's intercepted by Alec Flores, who takes this one back and sets the Bears up with good field position. A 30-yard return. Bears now on offense, and some nice misdirection here as Jorge Alanis gets the handoff and takes it in for the touchdown. PSJA up early 7-0. Mission Veterans not straying away from the deep ball, but the Bears showing some stingy defense tonight. Another pick, this one from Matthew Gamez, and a 15-yard return to boot. The Bears' stellar defensive effort leads to the victory in this one. A shutout, 34-0 over Mission Veterans. Also in Mission, the Eagles of Mission High taking the short trip to Sherryland to take on the Rattlers tonight. We start things off with Mission driving down the field, and quarterback Diego Salina looking to throw into the end zone, but it's picked off at the goal line by Sherryland's Jose Vega, right at preventing the touchdown. And then the Rattlers deep in their own territory. That one is going to result in a safety. Mission still trying to get something going, but the Eagles unable to make anything happen there. Now Sherryland on offense, a little read option action around the edge and in for the touchdown. Extra point would be good. This one goes the way of Mission, and Sherryland, this one ultimately goes the way of Mission. They get the win, 36-22, the final. Still a lot of high school football to get to tonight. PSJA North and Donna North in a district opener. A couple of teams opening up that big district tonight. Highlights and post-game reaction from that one in minutes. Stay tuned.
The fifth quarter is supported by Bert Ogden Buick GMC.
Shop with the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Envision for just $339 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Quinn, you've got a marketable name, but I'm in the business of getting Texans more. So I've been workshopping this with my team to take you to the next level. How do you feel about the Quintellectual? The Quinsation? Okay then, how about...
Look, Jeff, how about you just focus on what you do best, like helping Texans who've been injured in a car, truck, or commercial vehicle accident.
Sure, fair enough.
If you've been hurt and you want more, call the Fours.
How about Quinterception?
I don't think so.
It's Charlie Clark, Nissan. Come to my event celebrating Mexican Independence Day.
Get $4,000 off MSRP on the 2024 Nissan Rogue SV. Get $2,750 off MSRP on the Sentra SR. And $2,250 off MSRP on the Kicks SR.
Viva Mexico! So please shop us at charlieclark.com.
Nana Pau Pau.
Charlie Clark Nissan. Orale.
It doesn't matter which lane you're running in or how fast you're moving. We're all just trying to reach our destination. As we hurtle through this race, you can rest assured, you are not alone. Here at Texas National Bank, we share this journey with you. We are running with you.
Join the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Sierra 1500 for just $493 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Back now with the start of district play for the Donna North Chiefs, welcoming in PSJA North tonight. The Raiders off a big win last week in the Tri-City Classic. Coach Kaufman telling us before the game, Donna's a tough place to get a win. Raiders offense wasting no time on the opening drive. Darren Garcia to Isaiah Garza, wide open to put the Raiders on the board first, 7-0. Then more from the Raiders offense. It's Ethan Guerra getting the pitch, 15 yards and into the end zone for the touchdown. Raiders would go for 2. They go up 15-0 after the conversion. Then Donna North punting away, but PSJA North is not done staying on the attack. A special teams trick play. They catch it and pitch it to Brian Guerrero, who takes it all the way to the house. Raiders make it 22-0 early in the first quarter, and it was a 58-0 blowout win for the Raiders. Arbella Michaels caught up with the team after the game.
A dominating win for the PSJA North Raiders here at Benny LaPrade Stadium for their district opener, and it was a 58-0 shutout win. I've got head coach Marcus Kaufman here with me. Coach, I mean, how do you feel with this type of blowout type of win setting up for the rest of your season?
We got to play a lot of kids tonight. Got to work on a lot of rotations that we were worried about for next week and the weeks after that. So we got a lot of good out of this.
Speaking of a lot of good out of this, I mean, putting in your second string players and younger guys, how does that sort of help solidify your depth going on in the team? That's
what our issue has been. It's been depth. We have one guy go down, we're in trouble. We're able to get a lot of guys work, get it on video to see what we can do, see if those guys are going to be able to help us down the road. It ended up being good. We've got a lot of stuff to fix, but that's what video's for. You're heading into the bye week, but after that, it's Corpus Christi vets. So how does this sort of, it'll push us there. Corpus Christi, but these guys got Corpus vets next week, so we're going to get to see kind of a comparison of a little bit of what they got there. That's a really, really good ball club. We're going to fix them in a couple of weeks. We've got a lot of work to do to get there.
Great, and now we've got Andrew over here, just 2 touchdowns on the night. What can you say about your performance and your team's performance?
It's an amazing team win. I can't do anything without my O-line. I appreciate them. They're a big part of this team. We've been working. We've lost some guys, but we're ready. We're ready to keep moving. And, we're just excited for the season. And to see some of your younger guys that typically don't get time to play, they got that tonight. How does that make you feel about getting more depth for your team? I'm really proud of them, man. We pride ourselves on being able to do that for our younger guys, man. Hit the weight room, make sure everyone's ready when it is their time. It's time. We got next man up. PSJA North Raiders coming strong on all sides of the ball tonight. Donna North just couldn't get past them. A 58-0 shutout win. And you heard it earlier, PSJA North heading into the bye week, they'll be facing Corpus Christi Vets the following week on the 26th. It's going to be a good game, KJ. I'll throw it back to you. In Donna, Bella Michaels, Channel 5 Sports.
Thanks so much, Bella. We're staying in that district as Donna opened the season against Weslaco East last night on Thursday. Weslaco East getting things started early. The handoff goes straight up the middle, and it's in for the touchdown. The Weslaco East ground game was dominant in this one, trying to stay on now through the air, looking deep down the field, and it is a completion way down there. Another touchdown for Weslaco East. And then they'd run it in again, this time off the pitch. Weslaco East dominating early. They win this one over Donna, 26-0 in shutout fashion. Meanwhile, tonight in Weslaco, the other team from Weslaco finally got to their home opener. A couple of Laredo schools making their way to town. Laredo LBJ going into Bobby Lackey Stadium to take on the Panthers. The home opener, of course, for the Panthers. They're looking to get their first win of the season, too. Starting things off on defense, Weslaco's Jacob Enosa gets the sack, stopping a nice drive by the Wolves. They get the goal line stand, force the turnover on downs. Weslaco trying to score before the end of the half, but the Wolves get the defensive stop. Diego Estevez gets the sack. That ends the second quarter, but Weslaco comes out of the break looking to do damage. Chris Luna down there somewhere on 3rd and 17. Frankie Trevino finds him to keep the drive alive, and then Luna gets the handoff, gets around the edge, and powers his way through into the end zone for the touchdown. The Panthers do get that first win of the season in the home opener, a 27-8 victory over Laredo LBJ. We also had Laredo United going into San Benito this evening. The Greyhounds looking to bounce back after 2 losses to start the season. Laredo United's offense here getting going early. The quarterback hooks up with Rolando San Miguel for the touchdown. Laredo United up 7-0, and then more damage from Laredo United. Victor Reyes gets the handoff. He goes into the end zone for the touchdown. San Benito gets shut out tonight. The final score in this one, 28-0. Looking at the McAllen schools tonight, the McHigh Bulldogs traveled to take on Edcouch-Elsa. 2 teams starting the season in completely different situations. The Yellow Jackets looking to stay undefeated at home, with the Bulldogs looking to get their first win. Yellow Jackets kickoff is actually fumbled by McAllen. Edcouch-Elsa would take over, but they wouldn't be able to do much with it. Now McAllen back on offense, and this one is intercepted. Unbelievable play by Brandon Ibarra to get Edcouch-Elsa the ball back, but McAllen would bounce back. Edcouch-Elsa's interception ultimately leads to a field goal try for them, and they would convert to get it through the uprights. But McAllen now back on offense once more, and Valdez finds his groove, finding Talon Garcia down the sideline for the touchdown, and then Valdez hands it off to Hunter Morley. He runs it in for another touchdown. Ultimately, Edcouch-Elsa does still get the best of the Bulldogs, 17-14, the final. The other McAllen school in action tonight, the Rowe Warriors taking on Mercedes. Here, Mercedes starting things off as Frank Gonzalez gets the handoff, but a big-time stop and a fumble forced by Nikki Rowe. Rowe not able to do much on their possession. Mercedes ball again, and it's Robert Sanchez. Takes the handoff, reverses field, and gets all the way in for the touchdown. One of the Channel 5 playmakers last week making the most of that possession. Nikki Rowe trying to get something going on offense. Samuel Liguez gets the handoff and slices his way through the Mercedes defense, but ultimately they couldn't get much on that drive. Thankfully, though, this one still goes the way of Mercedes, 20-19, the final in that one. Still ahead tonight, the Valley against Corpus Christi, 2 games featuring those matchups. You're watching the 5th quarter, sponsored by Bert, Ogden, Buick, GMC. We'll be right back.
Shop with the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Envision for just $339 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Are you prepared for a hurricane? We are at Lee's Pharmacy. We have generator power to keep us working during the storm. Today it's the water hose. Tomorrow could be the real thing.
Go to Lee's, they've got it.
From high tech to hi there, at First Community Bank, we make banking personal in the Rio Grande Valley. With bankers you can call on, connect with, and count on for all your banking needs.
Experience the First Community Bank difference.
College football's finally here in the Valley.
V's up.
Hey, when does the game start? Says here fall of 2025.
Well, I have the grill going, so...
We can wait.
Yeah, we can wait.
Built Ford proud. Get $8,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Ford F-150 STXs and XLTs, or 4.9% for 72 months at Payne Rio Grande City Ford and Payne Weslaco Ford.
Lo que tú quieras, regardless.
Power coverage on our app from the First Warn 5 weather team. Severe weather alerts sent straight to your phone. Live radar so you can see the storm close to you. And daily updates from our team of meteorologists. Be prepared for what's next with the KRGV weather app. Download it now.
The KRGV weather app is sponsored by DHR Health, Payne Auto Group, DLJ Commercial Roofing, Pronto Insurance, and McAllen International Airport.
Join the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Sierra 1500 for just $493 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Back now with some Valley schools taking on teams from Corpus Christi to open up district action. Brownsville Rivera hosting Corpus Christi veterans tonight. Both teams entering the day 1-1 on the season, but you can throw those out as district play gets underway. First highlight, Corpus Christi vets. Noah Enders gets things started. He finds his man Derek Gray Jr. for a big gain, only to be stopped short of the goal line. Rivera makes the stop to keep him out of the end zone, but ultimately Corpus Christi still able to punch things in A little bit later, this one handoff goes right up the middle as Andrew Charlie Boyce gets the touchdown. Corpus Christi up 6-0. Brownsville Rivera snaps it to Ivan Rodriguez. He throws, but it's picked off by Christopher Vasquez from Corpus Christi. And Corpus Christi Vets goes on to win this one big, 37-0, the final. The Harlingen South Hawks traveled up to Corpus Christi to take on Flower Bluff. Again, both of these teams opening up district play tonight. Flower Bluff up 14-0 when the Hawks' Dylan Anaya takes it up the middle and takes it to the house. A big touchdown. The extra point would be no good. 14-6, the Harlingen South Hawks still trail. And then Vanderbilt commit Cameron Dickinson gets it and slips several tackles. A huge return before he's brought down deep into Harlingen South territory. It would be that kind of night for Corpus Christi veterans. Meanwhile, UTRGV commit Jaden Paleso to Tyler Simpson for the score. Bluff goes up 21-6, and they go on to take down Harlingen South in this one, 56-19, the final. Valley View and Port Isabel also in action tonight. The Tarpons hosting the Tigers. We start things off with some special teams. Port Isabel's Luis Ramos handles the kickoff and takes it to the other side of the field. He makes some moves, makes it around the edge, gets a few blocks from his teammates right down the sideline, and he is gone. The Tarpons take the lead 7-0. Tarpons now on offense, and Grayston Estes looks to pass, but nothing is there, so he decides to run. He gets a nice chunk of yardage on this one before getting pushed out of bounds, and then Michael Fiona finds the end zone in short yardage for the touchdown run. The Tarpons extend their lead. Once again, Tarpons ball, and Grayson Estes this time looking deep for his receiver, Luis Ramos. He gets behind the defense, and he tiptoes his way. Great job staying in bounds and getting into the end zone. Port Isabel, a tremendous performance. They shut out Valley View tonight, 47-0. Up next on the fifth quarter, a quick recap of scores from around the Valley, and we have the play of the week. We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout.
Shop with the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Envision for just $339 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Look at the rack on that one. You know that buck's been eating Purina Antler Max 20 because it ensures maximum antler growth. Martin Farm and Ranch Supply also stocks a full line of deer nutrition for keeping your deer in top shape during winter rut. In addition to being a certified Purina feed dealer, Martin sells all seasons feeders and blinds. So remember, Purina Antler Max 20 and all seasons feeders. Your deer can't do any better.
Come see us at Martin Farm and Ranch Supply in Edinburg. Just look for the horse.
You want economical? We've got economical. Need more space? You'll have all the space that you can want. Need reliable safety features? Clark Knapp Honda's got you covered.
Experience the comfort, style, and safety of the 2024 Honda Accord. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months when you visit Clark Knapp Honda.
Finish at the top of the class. Clark Knapp Honda. Honda for all.
The South Texas Sinus Institute, solving sinus problems and treating ear, nose, and throat conditions.
Patients that have a problem sleeping oftentimes are having that problem because they cannot breathe properly through their nose. When someone goes to sleep, they're supposed to sleep with their mouth shut. If you can't breathe through your nose, you open your mouth, and this snoring sound can occur. But oftentimes, this snoring that can lead to sleep apnea is connected to chronic sinusitis.
To learn more, contact the South Texas Sinus Institute.
Join the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Sierra 1500 for just $493 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Back now to recap games around the Valley. Edinburg Vela, of course, getting the win in our game of the week over Harlingen, and PSJA winning big to open district play against Donna North. The Raiders get the big win there. Meanwhile, Economides taking down Juarez Lincoln 42-0. Meanwhile, the Bears take down Mission Veterans in a shutout as well, 34-0 in that one. Tonight in Edcouch-Elsa, the Yellow Jackets get the win over McHigh 17-14. Another tight one between Nikki Rowe and Mercedes. Ultimately, Mercedes gets the 1-point victory, 20-19, the final in that one. Meanwhile, some other things to get to here on the fifth quarter as we close things out. Play of the week goes to PSJA North on special teams. A trick play as the PSJA North Raiders pull off some trickery on the punt return. A pitch back off of the grab on the punt to Brian Guerra, who takes it all the way to the house. Steven Garza received the punt, but then pitched it back to his teammate, who took it all the way in for the score. The Raiders pulling off that trickery in their first district game to get the blowout victory. That will do it for another week of high school football. We'll see you next Friday night on the next edition of Fifth Quarter, sponsored by Bert, Ogden, Buick, GMC.
The Fifth Quarter, powered by Bert, Ogden, Buick, GMC.
The Fifth Quarter is supported by Bert, Ogden, Buick, GMC.
Shop with the #1 team in Texas and drive a new Envision for just $339 per month during the Bert Ogden Model Year-End Sales Event. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Bert Ogden Buick GMC in Edinburg.
Your wallet is always in danger.